Philadelphia Eagles. We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. Sets to return this, Trey Palmer. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they will finally catch up to him in just a second before he can reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
We've set it down from 37. First down, play action. Finds his man, it's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. This is ahead for about 5. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They're going play action. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He rolls to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Chris Olave with the touchdown. All right, partner, one drive in, and we can say it's this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. First down now, ball at the 33. Working now from the gun. Into traffic, complete! And this is taken ahead to the 37. Stopped on that play by Danny Stutzman.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Right side cut by Higgins. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. He's on the move, past the 15. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He's going to throw again on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Cougar 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Buying some time right. Intercepted in the end zone. J.C. Horn to pick it up. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
Throwing from his own end zone. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. He creates space to take that shot downfield.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Saints first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Give on the counter. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who gotta have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you gotta line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he's gonna be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Completed to his running back. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. He'll run with Warren. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. He's keeping it, he's going for it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Into the crowd, that pass is intercepted. Nick Martin picks it off.
The 1st down pass, intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A pickup of 17. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Throwing now on 1st down. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. Escapes the defender. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll throw here on 1st. Throwing the out route complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Run a sanctuary in from the secondary, making that stop.
And we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That one's out and cut on the right side. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Ready.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
60 Bison. Go.
Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here's a throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Only need to fall forward 1 more yard. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Finds him quickly on the RPO. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal.
Go.
It's a designed run for him. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Palmer. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He's going to throw it. Right downfield to Olave. He's going to bring this down to their 35. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
To throw here on first down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jahan Campbell makes the play.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. They'll go play action. Headed out right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. He's got it inside the 25. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside.
And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. On the return, here's Palmer. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Palmer on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. He'll send him over right. Back to work after throwing the pick. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Finds him on the slant. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Saints 7.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Taken in at the 13. He's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Back to work they go after the interception. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
Gain of 19 yards. And the Saints
Throwing from the gun. And they pick him off again. Andrew Makuba makes the play. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
the first down pass. 27-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Tag! Bravo 80!
They'll throw to begin this drive. They're trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 19 at the 37-yard line.
Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready! At the 60! At the 60! Go!
3rd and long. They're going to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Here's the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be driven out at the end. So some fireworks, no points, but a big play there. Help bring this 2nd quarter to a close. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
60 by 6. 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Street. Street. Take over.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Short pass brought in. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
60 Eagles. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Back now, pressure coming. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Incomplete pass on first down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Pass play now. Jump off, caught by his back. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
50-yard line.
Track 60. Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70.
Throwing it again here. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Saints grab it! And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know that.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Sack. Go, 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 go. 18 rep. 18 rep.
Back to throw. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Gets back to the line, but no more.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Pioneer. Warriors 17.
Looking to throw. He connects downfield. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
You're going to have to explain this one to me. They are punting from inside the red zone. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Saints to the line now. First and 10. They're going play action. Hits it through the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Working on first down. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 from the 32. Counterplay here, Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now off the play action. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. They're in practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Throws caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Right up the gut. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. Forced out to his right. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not off the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Saints now trail by just a point in the fourth. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
1st and 10 from the 32. I'll start this one out with Barkley. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronx. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throw here, 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Iona Sanker.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. Now this offense has got a chance to do so.
And 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Warren once more. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw it. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's got the hook up. Lambert Smith. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can have a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. They were Johnny on the spot.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
They look to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going for it himself. Oh, the football's loose. But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession.
First and 10 at the 40.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles pushing to get within range for a game winner.
On the set.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's the backup. First throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
19, Charger, 19.
Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Get it.
First down, a run with Barkley. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cowboy 80, Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that means 3rd down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing now. So this one on the defense. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
Cowboy 80.
He'll look to throw it. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
70, get the wolf. Ready.
Back to throw. It's a screen to Buckley. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Okay, ready.
Saints going with some extra defensive backs on this third down.
Let's go. Gravity line.
Now to throw. That's his back. Here's Buckley. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. The Saints call their third and final timeout. Big moment here as Maddox Trujillo comes on. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Let's take this at the 10. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First and 10, looking to throw. Curls right downfield to Olave. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Working now from the gun. Finding Olave, back-to-back plays. And he's tackled for a short gain. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
Brings up second and 7.
And that's right, just in time. 2 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here he goes, one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.